What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 stocks in this video. So please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into Apple, which is up 0.22% on Friday. Not really going anywhere. Got up to 180 to 23. Now keep that in mind. The previous all-time high was around 182 to 183. So that is where Apple stock finding resistance and coming down and also holding 180 as a support, which is still bullish here on the stock. So going into tomorrow on Monday, key levels to watch will be down here 180 and below that 179.63. So that's gonna be a big level to watch. Apple stock gives up right here, blue line 5 SMA 179.63. Then watch out for a drop down to 177 right here, 177.35, 13 SMA on this daily chart, and then possibly closing this gap close to 175.77. Now Apple stock can hold 180 as a support easily. We could see Apple stock going back up to retest not the previous all-time high, which is this one, the one we had before, close to 183, and that's gonna be a resistance to watch, aligned with this upper Bollinger Band, and that's where Apple stock will find a lot of resistance. And Apple can push through that, then watch out for 185 to possibly even a new all-time high on Apple stock. This is still a strong bullish trend on Apple, and it's not rolling over. Yes, we're seeing some small pullbacks, but look at this, guys. I mean, look at this run right here. Small pullback, went back up. Small pullback, went back up. Another small one. It's just holding. So Apple stock, there is nothing showing weaknesses right now on Apple stock, and this one can move higher until something breaks, and that something would be right here, white line 20 SMA 176. On Amazon, stock is down 0.66%, and Amazon still holding up nicely, not giving up 120 support, not even retesting 118.84 white line 20 SMA since that gap up from here 106.79. So tomorrow, guys, Amazon needs to get over blue line 5 SMA right here 124.16 and also 125. And if that happens, Amazon heading higher all the way up to 128.50, 130, and the gap on top at 134. To the downside, we have support at 121.30, 120, and then white line 20 SMA, another strong support right here at 118.84 on Amazon. On Google, stock is up 0.16%, and Friday the stock was up all the way up to 124.29, and as you can see on my screen, 124 now acting as a resistance because of this 13 SMA, which is not positively sloped anymore, and also the 5 SMA not positively sloped to the upside anymore. So Google stock, it's interesting. It's still hanging in there close to 123, holding that support, but as soon as that gives up, this one can come down, and where I don't see much downside. Definitely this gap right now not getting filled, at least I don't think it's going to happen this week unless there is some bad news, because soon as the stock goes under 117.84, that's gonna be extremely oversold, trading below lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart. So a move below 123 will bring Google stock only down to 117.84, and anything below that, that's gonna be a day trade setup on Google stock, because this thing will be oversold and this thing can push higher again. Now so far it's holding around that level 123. And tomorrow, if that holds, watch out for 125 to break. And if that breaks, Google can move higher back up to 130. On Microsoft, it's up 0.5%, and if you look at it, Microsoft got up to 330 on Friday, and then there was a pullback. But look at this, guys, back to back, 3 days in a row. It's holding above 323, which is this white line, 20 SMA on this daily chart at strong support. So until the stock gives up 323, do not short this stock, because this thing breaks right here, 330. Microsoft will push higher back up to 338, and above that, a new all-time high possible on Microsoft. You do not want to short right here at the strong support until the support breaks 323. Then watch out, there could be a dump off all the way down to 316.50 on Microsoft to close this gap down here. To the upside, like I said, 330 breaks, blue line 5 SMA, we could see a move back up to 338 and possibly even higher to a new all-time high. On Meta, absolutely flat day on Friday, only up 0.14%. But this week, guys, we got some big data coming out. We got CPI coming out, and also FOMC meeting with Jerome Powell, and especially the rate hike decision, which is going to be a pause as of right now. So on Meta, going into next week, on Monday, tomorrow, key level to watch right here, guys, 263, 13 SMA on this daily chart, and if that gives up, watch out for 255 and then 248. To the upside, Meta needs to break 267, and if that happens, a quick trip back up to 280 to even 290 possible this week on Meta. Still, we got a massive gap which is not fully closed on Meta, and I think 290 is possible, but Meta needs to stay above 255 white line, 20 SMA on this daily chart. On Tesla stock, it's up 4% on Friday, but it was up even more, close to 7%. And this is the massive trade I took on Tesla. Shorted Tesla right at opening, right exactly close to 250, got 240 puts, same day expiration. And as you can see, if you go back and look at the 5-minute chart or even 15-minute, this thing dropped quickly, $3-4. And then also, I sold out for a nice profit. Tesla recovered, went back up again, shorted again. Tesla came down to the second time. I got more money on Tesla. So there was a perfect trade on Tesla on Friday. Unfortunately, people who got scared shorting Tesla, they couldn't make money. And I don't like shorting also, but Friday I had to do it because this thing was getting extremely overbought on the shorter time frame, and you gotta go short on Tesla at this point. So this is exactly what I did on Friday. Luckily, 2 times Tesla paid, and that was massive, guys. So Tesla here next week, the move here on Tesla, expected move at least to the upside, possibly to the gap, and I think the next stop would be up here at 262. Now what's crazy on Tesla that I've been calling out for a move back up to the upside, but I didn't realize that it was going to happen that quick. Last week and even the week before, I was calling out for 200 and then 220, and then I said, even 250, but I would like to see a pullback. Well, this is Tesla for you. No pullback on Tesla. This thing ran up to my target 250, and now the target raised all the way up to 262. Now if you look at my screen, and this is why you do not just want to go and short Tesla anywhere unless you know and you have a stop loss where you can get out very quickly. I mean, look at this. It's holding upper Bollinger Band as a support, 243.64. So going into tomorrow's trading session on Tesla, I'm not buying dips. I'm not shorting Tesla tomorrow. The next zone for me to short Tesla would be up here at 262. On a pullback, I will buy the dip and day trade possibly down here, 235. If the gap gets closed on Tesla, that's going to become support. So I'll buy right here if that holds at 235. But also keep that in mind. Tesla stock disconnected from 5 SMA on this daily chart, which is sitting at 228.55. So at some point we're going to see a pullback and a strong support, and this moving average right here will move up, possibly tomorrow up to 230. So that's going to be a level to watch between 235 and 230, and that's going to be a dip buy on Tesla for a day trade. Until then, I'm not touching this stock. To the upside, the next target, and who knows, tomorrow we could see a gap up, and this thing can go all the way up to 262. Below 230, 235, watch out for this gap down here at 221.91, and that is also going to be a strong support on Tesla, and then the breakout support at 217. On AMD stock, it's up 3.20%, and there is a $10 to $11 expected move on AMD going into next week, starting tomorrow. So we could see AMD either coming down here close to 115, 114, or possibly going all the way up to 133 to even 135. Now, if you look at my screen, we left a gap open here at 122.21. So that is going to be a support on AMD going into tomorrow. And also to the upside, AMD can break 125, a clear shot getting up to 130. That is possible early as tomorrow. Below 122.21, watch out for the support at 120, and then the strong support at 118 before coming down here to this white line 20 SMA 113.51. Nvidia stock is up 0.68%. Now on Nvidia, since the earnings, just not going anywhere, consolidating inside this flag, and bottom of this range will be down here at 375, and the top close to 395 to 400. Now on Friday, Nvidia stock went back up, almost retesting 400, came down, high for the day 397, and now if you look at my screen, it's holding above 385, holding above all the moving averages here on this daily chart. So Nvidia, tomorrow 385 can hold, and we get that breakout above 395 and then 400, more upside, guys. And I know it sounds crazy, and that is why I'm not playing this stock. Nvidia breaks 395 and then 400. Look at this, 420 to 438. That is possible in a quick time on Nvidia above 400. Now, this could play out to the downside also. Keep that in mind. And Nvidia stock breaks below 375. Nvidia can crash all the way down to 345.86, and that is gonna be also a strong support. I think weekly expected move on Nvidia this week, it's about $18 to $19 plus or minus. So to the upside, Nvidia can go above 400 up to 405, and to the downside I think it's around 367-ish. So quite a big move for this week on Nvidia. We just have to see which way Nvidia stock breaks out. To the upside, that would be 395 to 400. That's going to be a breakout. To the downside, watch 375. And here we have Netflix at the end, which is up 2.60%, a massive move. And just like Tesla, guys, this thing here, I mean, look at all these gaps just recently. 341, 383, and the new one on Friday, 409.54. And now, just like I said before, next stop on Netflix, 420. Guess what? It's holding 420 as a support into closing last week on Friday. So now 420 will be a support, and resistance level to watch 430, and that is where this upper Bollinger Band sitting expanded all the way up to 431 almost. So any move above 420, Netflix can go all the way up to 430. To the downside, Netflix can break and stays under 420. That's gonna become resistant on Netflix. Then watch out for a move down here to close this gap at 409.54, and that's gonna be also a support. And then we also have support down here at 406.40, blue line 5 SMA, and then 400. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.